Hi, Sam here. The braid parade continues, my friends. Here's a really cool concept with a waterfall, simple waterfall. How about taking something where it completely looks like a scarf in the front and it works to a roll in the back? Really simple. So just simply take your client, have her tilt her head. Once again, textured hair. Let's talk about our ingredients, okay? We're working with a Textur Iron, okay? We worked from scalp to ends. In this particular case, I might just probably texture the front because that's all I'm going to be doing in terms of the waterfall. Okay, work with a paddle brush to detangle. Okay, going to work with, when we work with our Textur Iron, we work with our Iron Shape 11. Great combination of the two. Love to work with the argan oil as a hand oil when I'm braiding, so you get a little bit more slip. Works really good. Okay, going to need a tail comb, so I want some contrast, so I've chosen my black with blonde. And then I'm going to go through and maybe finish it off with my favorite Control Addict 28. Okay, let's tilt your head over to the side there. Thank you, Jenna. Okay, now just come through, guys, and just take the hairline and just work with your hands and just bring it back. The idea behind these braids is you're making them look very, very organic. I'm going to turn her 3/4 so you get an opportunity to see what's happening here. Okay, standing at her left shoulder, I want you to take just a slight diagonal back section. Okay, take this section. And now I'm going to start to do my braid. Now listen to the rhythm here. This is critical. Okay, Jenna, want to bring your head way over right there and tilt your body? Excellent. Great, great model. Jenna, doing this just for you. Here we go. Now here's what happens. You want to start from the back. So back comes over, top comes over, so the front comes over. Now, back comes over, and I drop out that middle. Okay, here's my dropout. See my dropout? That's my dropout. Then what I simply want you to do, identify the dropout. I want you to just slightly just pinch next door. Okay, right next door to it. Then you're going to take your top comes over, that's your front, and your back comes over. And there's my dropout. Now to maintain the tension, simply keep this nice and tight, pull your dropout, place your thumb right where you're at to maintain the tension and keep it in there. Notice how when I do this, I'm not picking up any hair and adding it to any section. All we're doing is once we drop out, we just pick a section right next door to where we dropped out. Front comes over, back goes over, and then keep your tension here. All I do is once in a while, I just pull that right there. Just pull everything right back. And I go there to where I want. There's my next section. Front comes over, and back comes over and drop out. Take my next slice. Okay, so notice how I just slice right next door, pinch right next door. Okay, here, and top comes over, and back comes over, and drop out. Okay, notice how her head becomes more upright as I work. Okay, get the client to participate with you when you're doing these braids. This is a simple waterfall. We're just going to embellish it, add more value to it. I really believe, my friends, that in today's world, 60% of the people are buying things based on value, and 40% are buying things based on price. So ask yourself, I want you to start to ask yourself, what's the value you're adding behind the chair? That's critical. Ask yourself that. For example, if Jenna was my client and she came in for her Shade GQ conditioning color gloss or her highlight, then you go back through and you blow dry that. What I'm going to suggest you do is teach her, show her what you're capable of doing, teach her a couple simple braids that she could do at home, a simple slip knot. I demonstrate that technique and many more on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamViaHair. You'll find lots of little tricks that we've shared with you there. Okay, come through and I just pull that back. See, I just pull things back. I take my next slice. So when you slice, what we need to remember is that's my back section. Okay, front comes over, back comes over, and now what I'm actually dropping out is the middle, which was the front. That gets dropped out. Okay, now once I get to my last section here, watch what we're going to do. This is going to be my last section. Okay, so I take everything in front of that ear. We bring, that's always my back section. Front comes over, that's the hairline. Back section comes over. Now we're going to take everything through, keep my tension, my tension, my tension. Hold this nice and tight. Then I simply want you to simply take a grip here. So you take a grip and you come through and place a grip there. That will hold that nice and tight for you there. Okay, once we're there, then you're going to come back, tilt her head back over. I want you to take another diagonal slice. So completely put out of your mind what you just did there. Okay, swing this up and over. Make sure I've got all of my tension here. That's all of my sections and what I just did. Take this section, swing it over the top. Now this becomes my next one. So I'm going to place another waterfall right directly sitting behind this. So move it forward so it sits right next door to it. Front comes over and back comes over and I drop out. Now, pick up next door. So do not concern, Sam, am I picking up what I dropped out previously? Remember what I said. Take out of your mind what you did and now you do it again. Release what you just did in your mind. So think about just starting all over in the beginning. That's what I dropped out, pinch next door. Now I come through, top comes over and back comes over and drop out. Get your rhythm. Pinch next door, right here, right next door. That's all we simply have to do. Okay, really, really simple to do. Tilt your head over them. There we go. And finding where I'm at, there I am, right there. And pinch next door and tickle your way through. Get everything out of the way. Okay, now we're ready. Front comes over and back comes over and we drop out. Okay, looking at the waterfall, seeing what we're getting. I pinch right next door. Here I am here. And front comes over and back comes over and I drop out. Okay, so then once you get here, come through, take out your grip, okay? And once you're here, then all I want you to do is take what you had clipped, okay? That becomes my front. Front comes over, all of that is my front, that comes over, so you can see it's almost like I'm closing it off. Back comes over, take a clip, and then what we do is we go through and we clip that. That keeps it right there, okay? Take another section. So you could see, you could do the entire head this way. It's up to you in terms of how you see this. Once again, method. Here we go, rhythm. Okay, and front comes over, back comes over, drop out, pinch next door. Okay, Sam, how thick of a section are you picking? Well, depends upon what kind of density you have or how much visual you want to see of the braid, of the waterfall. This is almost looks like a basket weave if you take a really close look at it. But the idea this season is you're going to see a lot of scarves. So if you notice these braids that Sam's doing this season, I'm making it the hair be the scarf, so to speak. Okay, coming through, pinching next door. Do not disturb what you have clipped away. Okay, and front comes over and back goes over, and now what I love is just the visual we're getting out of that. Pinch right next door. So every time I'm pinching right next door, my friends, and top comes over and back comes over. Now I'm ready to go through and take what it is that I have in my clip. So I just start taking and looking and seeing where I'm at, and we come through and front comes over and back comes over and drop out. Okay, now I'm going to take this. This is all going to be my front now. Everything that I had clipped there will be my front. So top, this is the front, comes over, and now back comes over, and now watch what we're going to do. Now all I want you to simply do is just braid this out. So you're not going to pick up anymore. I find myself, I'm leaving the back down this season. And a lot of these girls, half up, half down, they're not really interested in all of it being up. Okay, just braid yourself out here, all the way out to the ends, all the way out to the ends, okay, and just continue to braid. Okay, now once I come out here, just gonna grab my elastic, bring it over to the opposite side. Now watch how I'll take this comes back over the opposite side, there, so you get this little kind of effect that does this, and notice how I just kind of tilt things, get things to pop a little bit more there. Let's reach for our elastic now. Okay, so we'll grab our elastic, we're gonna come through underneath right here. I'll go through and use my elastics, and that's where I'll slide my grips through so I can secure it. Okay, let's go through. Maybe you might want to leave this down. See how that looks if I left that down. Okay, great. Look, see how it just tilts. It's just really cool. Get that there. I want that to sit up. Just push that up. Good. Like the way that sits. Good. And now let's secure this. So I'm going to go to my magnetic grip, and boom, there's my pins. Where you hold is where you pin. Always remember that in your up styles. And once again, I slide that through the elastic there. So that will stay a little bit better. I want this to sit a little bit closer. So let's come into the grip here, move that forward. So it just pushes that in. Great, and once again, we get a really cool little kind of basket weave to that. Control Addict 28, love you, Redken, come through. And now watch this. Just pull, guys. Once it's there, you pull. And then once again, I'm into this whole concept of things tilting in terms of the way they sit and what they do. But when you have hair like this, Sam, can I do it on layered hair? Yes, you can do this on layered hair. It's very simple to do on layered hair. Once again, here's a great way to add value to a waterfall. Thank you, Sam Villa. We'll see you again next time.